What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today is predictions time for round 2 of the Six Nations, and we're starting off with Italy versus the Welsh. That's taking place in Rome this weekend on Saturday, and what a cracker of a game we have in store for us. Now I know a lot of you may say, it's Italy, this should be an easy game. Just remember, last 10 minutes of last week's game, the Italians scored 3 tries. Now I'm not saying that means they're going to win, and I'm not saying that means that they're going to cause an upset, but we need to be aware that once again the point is proven, and the French proved this, and so did technically Scotland in a way. You need to play a full 80-minute game. If you don't play that, then the team can come back and surprise us. Now the Welsh, we all know, are on one hell of a roller coaster ride. They are on a roll. They've got 10 matches win streak going into this second Six Nations game, which is outstanding. It's pretty impressive. Like I said, at the beginning of the competition, the second highest was Wales. First was England, which were 14 games undefeated since the previous one. So that is pretty impressive. So the Welsh really have a lot to play for, and obviously their tails will be up this weekend because they knew that the Irish lost, so there's opportunity for them to take on a chance of maybe getting the Six Nations trophy. Look, it's a lot to ask. It's still early days. Ireland can still bounce back because we know that they're slow starters, but at the end of the day, there's no better opportunity for them to achieve something like this than right now. And if they can pull on a good bonus point victory against the Italians, they're already one step closer to achieving their goal and their dream. There's people who have written them off, who have said they've got no chance at getting it, but the Wales can prove those critics wrong. They can show that they are capable of going the extra mile, and I believe they really are. Now, yes, they started off a bit shaky against the French. 14-16-0 down at half-time, weren't looking good at all. But the thing is, they came back and they showed a lot of class. North's tries were brilliant, and the fact that he got that intercept try was also amazing. Now a lot of people say, yes, that's luck and all that stuff, but one thing we must remember, an intercept try also causes skill. You've got to be ready, you've got to be alert, you've got to capitalize on the mistake of your opponent. We've seen it with Brian Abana. He was the king at intercept tries, and we saw it over the weekend. And the fact that the French kept on making mistakes, the Welsh kept capitalizing, and that's where the credit goes for them. The French could not keep up. They couldn't play the full 80-minute game, and Wales were capitalizing on the errors. The French weren't kicking well. Wales were capitalizing, so they were able to get more points and win the game. And that's the key moving forward. They need to be focused, they need to start off strong, they need to finish off strong, and really take this game to the whole new level that they're capable of. Now the Italians showed a lot of class, a lot of heart in the game against Scotland. It started off, it was a mess. Scotland were running riot, but then they came back and they showed a lot of hope. The tries they scored were skillful. And that's one thing that the Welsh need to be alert of. They need to be aware that they don't allow a loss of a bonus point, or they don't allow silly mistakes that could cost them. It's those kind of things that need to be a focus point for them going forward. I mean, you've got Sergio, who's one of the he's the most capped player in Six Nations at this stage, and he is a true ambassador of Italian rugby. So he's going to give it his absolute all, like he always does, as well as his players that are surrounding him and following him. They need to capitalise, concentrate, and start off strong. Otherwise, the Welsh are going to just unfortunately walk them. So those are the goals that they need to work on going forward. But for me, the Welsh just need to start off and finish off strong. And they too need to capitalise on points, because they were missing a few kicks themselves, which cost them opportunities. So these small things need to be in place in order to get the end result. And Wales need to be going for that big 5-pointer, the bonus point, with good point scoring, so they can really cement their position at the top. Because I think they're currently sitting in 3rd, if I'm not mistaken, so they will need to be on point. So big performance expected from Wales. I know one guy is going to be there, Gareth. Huge shout out to him. Met the guy last year, so I know he will be at that game. He gave me a call 2 weeks ago, and so I hope he enjoys it. Very jealous. I'd love to be in Rome to watch that game, but one day, bucket list dream, going to a Six Nations game. But it should be an epic encounter. And remember, home crowd always gives you the extra gears, gives you the motivation to want to play harder, and I think that will bring out the strength in the Italians. And I really hope they give a fight. I really do, because I hate seeing the underdog defeated so much. So if they can show a bit of heart like they did last week, that'll be great. But I think Wales won't have anything too much to worry about. It's all about squad selection and how Warren Gatland goes about this game. I'm sure he should pick a fairly good squad. I'll definitely take one with, but it's important for Jones and his boys to really focus and capitalise on opportunities, defend well, attack well. Important for a halfpenny to get that boot right and kick off the points. If we look at some of the stats of the last 5 games from these guys' encounters, they last played in Wales last year. 38-14 was the final score. This was in Wales, so that's an important note to make, and that's pretty impressive for the Italians. That's not bad. So 2 tries scored there for Italy. That they should take as confidence going forward. If we look at in 2017, 7-33, that was in Rome. So the last time they played in Rome, Wales were dominant and did well. Then 2016, Wales 67-14 victory. Then it was 61-20 in 2015, and then 23-15 in 2014. So oddish, fair result, and then quite a few drubbings. So it's all up to the Welsh to really attack harder and play hard, and it's also up to the Italians to really capitalise on opportunities. Last 5 games for the Italians have all been losses, and for the Welsh, as we know, as I said, 10-game winning streak. So they are definitely going in with confidence, and rightly so. They deserve it. Current log, they're sitting at 3rd, like I mentioned, so they will want to get a bonus point victory so they can get that higher up going forward. Scotland have a big encounter against Ireland, so they'll be looking at trying to hopefully maybe overtake them if Ireland don't pick up, if Ireland beats the Scots. England have the French. If we see another upset like last year and the French win, Wales will take the front end of the stick. So those are important keys for the Welsh to take note of, that there is possibility of them really going forward and putting in a strong effort. So that brings me to the prediction, and I'm sure you'll all be in pretty much agreement with me. I definitely see a Welsh victory here. I think this team is on another level. Yes, they had their upsets last week of poorness in the first half, but I think they're going to take that second half performance, bring it with them in the first and second half of the Italian game, and really show up and bring in a strong, powerful performance from the Welsh. I'm expecting a good, strong, dominant performance, tries early scored, and I'm expecting a bonus point victory as well. I think if there's any time that they could do it, this is the time, and they need to capitalise. It's sad to say, because I don't want to say that because of the Italians, but now's the time for them to capitalise and to get the points that they need in order to go forward. So I'm going Wales by 18 or more points, and bonus point victory. Should be an interesting game. I'm hoping for a bit of tightness at the start, but for me it's a no-brainer. I'm going Wales for the victory. That's going to do it for today's prediction video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that thumbs up button, and if you haven't already, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you can keep up to date with all future videos. We got Ireland versus Scotland, we got France versus England, we got all the recaps, we got other videos, so make sure you subscribe, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss another video. Enjoy the rugby, and I'll see you soon for another video. Stay safe and never give up. Cheers.